Hello all and welcome to the next video here in the Onion Man's Rooftop 2 at a cow caravan of treasure. Sometimes bartered. The streak continues as it always will. Excuse me. And we are taking a look at the next Be Kind Retro Rewind. We're looking at some Mcfarlane Cooperstown Collection Yankee figures. I picked these up in the second annual Dallas trip, as it is now affectionately known as. And yeah, we got Mickey Mantle and Babe Ruth. I believe this Babe Ruth came out first. It's still on a blister pack. Then you get the window box for the Mickey Mantle figure. So there you go. Also, this one's promoting like a sepia-toned black and white Babe Ruth on the back. So yeah, pretty sure this Babe Ruth came out first. But yeah, they were buy one, get one at this one little kind of pop-up store inside of a mall. It wasn't really even a mall. It was like a giant Walmart supercenter that had been sold off in sections, and the far end section on the right was like divided with these pop-up stores, and one of them was like a Hot Wheels store, and there's a ton of Hot Wheels. I've never seen that many Hot Wheels in my life, and I do not collect Hot Wheels, but I noticed there were figures in there. A lot of Mcfarlane sports figures. No other ones that I really wanted. They had a lot of like Mark Sanchez and who else was there? Tony Romo, a lot of Dallas Cowboy players because it was in Dallas. But they were more like modern Dallas Cowboy players. The only ones I saw that I wanted were these two. I ended up paying $20 for the Babe Ruth and $15 for the Mantle. I think she did that backwards. I think she just did that because this one rang up first. Normally when you do a buy one, get one 50% off or whatever, the more expensive one is the one you're paying full price for. So it should have been 30 plus 10 for $40. And instead it ended up being 20 plus 15 for 35. So I'm not complaining, but a little bit of a weird mess up there whenever she was checking me out. So I'm not mad at it, but yeah. We're going to start with the Babe Ruth one. I'm going to try to get through these kind of quickly. And here we go. I'm a huge Yankees fan. That's my baseball team. I don't watch a lot of baseball, to be fair. Baseball has never been my jam, but I am a Yankees fan, and I do collect all the cards, so yeah. I watch basically the Yankee games, and then I keep up with rookie stats to kind of go with my card collecting. So there you go. I'm trying to figure out how I can open this easily. Let's just cut it right down the side. These old Mcfarlane blisters. Oh, I didn't even look at the back. Okay, I cut it up, but let's take a look. We got Babe Ruth, obviously. You got Say Hey, Willie Mays, Catfish Hunter, Cal Ripken Jr., Mike Schmidt, Willie Stargell. Cool to see Willie Mays, Catfish Hunter, Willie Stargell. That's a guy who like doesn't get the credit he deserves. So really cool that he got a Mcfarlane figure at some point. I like that. Well, that was easy enough. So I just cut down the side and then ripped this part open, so I think we're good. A lot of tape going on here. The last time I did Mcfarlane sports figures, I think I have 2 videos on the channel way back, probably over a year ago at this point. I have the Mcfarlane Dan Marino, and I have the Mcfarlane All-Star Patrick Ewing. Because favorite basketball player, favorite football player. I do not have my favorite baseball player. Surprisingly enough, my favorite baseball player of all time is actually not a Yankee. I am a big Derek Jeter fan, El Capitan, but my favorite baseball player of all time is actually Ken Griffey Jr. I loved watching Ken Griffey Jr. growing up. And by the time I really got to see him, he was already with the Reds. So I kind of missed out on his prime with Seattle, but still. Ooh, that came off. First things first, we have his baseball bat. Trademark. Then it has his name. Louisville Slugger. Pretty cool. The end comes off, that way you can slide it into his batting hands, and then put the end back on. So it's like an end cap almost. Cool for what it is. This is the base. I already took it out. I like the effects on the base. It looks really good. It's definitely got like a texture to it. Obviously, it's raised. You see the dirt, the chalk line. The base even has like a grit to it with some dirt and wear on it. There's the shoe prints for when you stand a minute. It's a really cool base. So I always like that they did these. This is probably, I'm going to guess, later in the Mcfarlane line of sports figures, just because a lot of the early Mcfarlane sports figures look nothing like the people they're supposed to be, which is fantastic, because even to this day, Mcfarlane cannot make superhero figures that look like the actors that are supposed to be them. So it makes sense they can't do real people. But anyway, that being said, this one looks really good in my opinion. The ones I've gotten have all looked good. The Dan Marino one is a little suspect, but you can't tell because he's wearing a helmet anyways. The Patrick Ewing one I think is actually pretty solid. And this one also as well looks pretty good. He's got one more twist tie around the ankle, but twist ties be damned, I have scissors. Okay, and we've got the Babe Ruth himself. Like I said, I think that's actually a decent Babe Ruth likeness in comparison to what you normally see of Babe Ruth from old pictures and shots and videos. It looks pretty good. They've got the pinstripe. You got the classic white with the blue pin, the navy pinstripe, the classic socks. I'm not sure what kind of cleats Babe Ruth wore. I'm sure they're accurate enough. We got the navy blue belt, goes all the way around through the big loops on the back. Yeah, it looks good. Looks like there's some paint app issues on the pinstriping where it folds, but it's not too bad. I mean, when you really look at it, it looks bad. It looks like it's splattered, but just as a display piece, I don't think anybody's going to really notice. You got the old school style cap, not kind of the modern sport cap you see. It's more of like a flat cap. But he looks pretty solid for what he is. Yeah. I saw they also have a Red Sox one, which is pretty wild to think about, honestly. See if we can get them all set up here. I remember I had a struggle with the Dan Marino one. The Patrick Ewing one went right like it was supposed to. This is going to be hell. I can already tell. I don't want to break it. Oh, man. That sucks. Okay. We're going to have to kind of come back to this because trying to get the bat into both hands is pretty rough because it won't even go all the way through on this hand. It's too wide. And when I'm pushing it, I can tell I'm pushing the actual arm out, and I don't like that. Like, it goes in, kind of, but then, like, it won't go past about that point. So I don't really know what to do there. That's rough. And getting it out is really bad. And I don't want to break the back because I feel like I'm bending it trying to put it in. So in the moment, that's not good. So we're going to leave him here to the side. We'll try to come back and do it here in a minute. See if we have any better luck with the Mickey Mantle. Because as of right now, that Babe Ruth figure, it kind of sucks that that's a thing. Like, it actually looks good, but because I can't get the bat in without feeling like I'm about to break the arm off, I'm going to give the Babe Ruth a thumbs down just based off of functionality. I mean, I know these are supposed to be more statuesque. They're not actual figures per se. And I don't have any Mcfarlane baseball figures. Are they all that way? Do they all have this problem where the baseball bats just don't want to go in? Because that's pretty rough. Like, it barely even wants to go in that first hand. So that's pretty disappointing for the time being. Anyway, here's Mickey Mantle. Hopefully we have better luck here. Looks like we got Carlton Fisk, Nolan Ryan, Don Mattingly, Mickey Mantle. You got Roberto Clemente and Jackie Robinson, plus they're advertising that sepia-toned Babe Ruth inside of the box. There you go. Just want to read that. Let's get them open. That sucks for that Babe Ruth figure, man. I really, really hope that's not the case. Okay. It is cool that they have this kind of backdrop in it where it's like almost like, actually I really don't know what it is. I was gonna say it looked like fans in a stadium. Now it just kind of looks like grass. I mean, I think it's supposed to be that, fans in a stadium, but it looks almost like dirt and grass. He comes with a very similar base. It is different to fit like him on there. And the chalk lining is different, but very similar in the way it's kind of structured. We'll get the bat out. Okay. He's got a lot of twist ties. Twist ties be damned. I have scissors. Let's go this way. I know Todd McFarlane is actually like a big sports guy. Didn't he pay like over $1 million for Mark McGwire's worthless home run ball? Like, I don't know why you would do that. Even in the moment, like when it happened, you had to know that that steroid stuff was going to come back to bite all those guys in the ass. But then again, McFarlane draws all those comic book characters like they're on steroids, so maybe he just is down with it. I give Todd McFarlane a lot of slack. I don't give a damn if he's the creator of Spawn and a great Spider-Man artist. I really don't. Like, if you're going to do stuff with a toy company, make it good instead of half-assing everything that's not called Spawn. Okay. So, first off, we already took a look at the base. Here's his bat. Same thing, it's got his name instead of the Babe Ruth one, but everything else is pretty much the same except for the color. So, it's not bad though. I like it. And then we have the figure itself. So there's our Mickey Mantle. Again, I think it's a decent likeness for Mickey Mantle. It's not perfect, but I think it's good. I think the paint on this is actually better than the Babe Ruth one. The Babe Ruth one had some splotchiness going on, especially on the back where the creases and folds. This one, not so much. This one actually looks good. It's got pretty good detail like on the dirt from where he's sliding. Similar outfit, white with the navy stripes. He's got the shirt underneath. We have a little bit more of a modern cap, but you can still tell it's a bit old school. So yeah, I like it. Moment of truth. Let's see if we can get the baseball bat on this one at least. I'm gonna guess not. I really am going to be surprised if we can get the baseball bat in this one. How's he supposed to hold it? This is so weird. So it went into the first hand, but I'm having a hard time lining up the second hand. Let me see if I can get the arm to move enough to get it. And then run into the same problem. This is so weird. So the issue I'm having, I apologize for the dead time on camera there, is that the baseball bat will go in this far and then basically stop because the peg hole in the hand is too small for this to start going back down. But where it's getting stuck is that, like, that's about the best you're going to get in terms of lining up the actual bat. I'm sorry for being out of focus here. I mean, you want to stay in focus for me? I mean, shit. Here we go. Like, trying to... The arms have some movement, but not, like, a whole lot. So, trying to line these up... Okay, just don't focus. I mean, I apologize for the focusness here. I'm getting frustrated. Like, you have to really push in and pull this one out, and it's, like, not wanting to cooperate. I probably could get it in here if I angle it enough. Oh my god, that was horrible. Did you hear that? So now he looks like that. So I was able to angle it in, but like you could almost hear some cracking. The only thing is this part is not going to be going in anywhere. I mean, I guess it could go into the back here. Oh no, don't push. No. Okay, I think I got it. Alright. There we go. That's about as good as that's going to get. And this is not even in all the way. It's like kind of setting within the bottom of this hand. But, I mean, at least it kind of looks like he's swinging something. So, you know. Let's see if we can get him on the base. How do we want him on the base here? Base goes out towards the whatever. Okay. And there you go. A little bit of a lean, but it's not too bad. It's about it's supposed to be. So, Mickey Mantle's good. Let's see if we can go back and fix this Babe Ruth. I really, really want this Babe Ruth to work out. Maybe the bat needs to be more like the Mickey Mantle bat. That's my guess. Because I'm bending this bat when I'm trying to put it in, and I do not like that at all. And there's no thing for the end cap of this one. Like the Mickey Mantle one had, the end cap has a little bit of a stick to it, so it can kind of go into the bottom of the other hand. This one does not. You have to get this one into both hands. And I just don't think it's going to happen for the Babe Ruth figure. I hate to do this, but it's the only thing I could think of at the moment. Yeah, it's not going to work at all. I was going to try to stretch out the hand, but you can't because of the way it's molded. I didn't even know if heating it up would work because it's such a whatever mold, a tight mold. Oh, I did not like doing that. I got most of it in though. But trying to get into the other hand is going to be horrible. So that's how I am right now. I got most of it through. Trying to get it in through the second hand. But it is not wanting to go anymore. Because the second hand is like lined up in such a weird way. I'm gonna have to work on it some more. For now, I think that's about the best we're gonna get. Yeah, that's like the best I can do at the moment without like really ripping this thing up, and I don't want to do that. Same thing, back goes back, and then he sits here and here. I'm put him on the base real quick, and then we'll call this video good. I spent way too much time trying to get these to work. He's not lined up on the base very well either. Like, just based on what's here. Like, I don't like that. Come on. I don't know why, like, you would do Babe Ruth, one of the greatest baseball players of all time, and then make everything so difficult. Okay, I think he's on there as good as he's going to get. So there we go. It's not bad. So the Mickey Mantle one, I think just functionality-wise is way better. That Babe Ruth one, I don't know what I'm going to do about the baseball bat because it just does not want to budge anymore. The Mickey Mantle one, I feel like there's no way I'm ever getting that back out. So if you're going to display these, my word of advice is open them, get what you can out of the display, and then set it up and leave it there forever. Because trying to take the bats out and everything, it's going to be hell. The only thing I can possibly think of is maybe to try to heat up the Babe Ruth hands, but it's such a tight mold that I don't know that they would actually heat up and stretch out anymore. I'm going to try it, but I just don't think it's going to work. Besides that, though, I think these are okay for what they are. Sorry for the, like, I don't know why my focus is, like, going in and out so badly in these videos right now. But that's it for the video. I'm going to give the Babe Ruth a thumbs in the middle just because the baseball bat is just too thick to go through the hands, the peg holes on the hands, plus just the bad paint apps, especially on the back of it, and like the splotchiness of the stripes. It's a thumbs in the middle. It should be a much better figure than it is. Like, the head sculpt's really good, but it should be better based on the company that made this, which just is the story of Mcfarlane. You should be better. And then you have the Mickey Mantle. I'm going to go ahead and give the Mickey Mantle one a hesitant thumbs up, just because I was able to eventually get the baseball bat in, but it did not fit all the way through, and the back piece is kind of just sticking out there. You can tell, like, it's longer than it's supposed to be, but from a distance, I don't think you're going to be able to tell, so it's not too bad. But yeah, the base and everything, there's just a lot wrong with this Babe Ruth in terms of just functionality as a little figure piece. So there you go. That's it for this video. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You do not have to if you don't want to. But as always, I appreciate anybody who does, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.